Hello, welcome or welcome back if you're new or returning viewer. Now, today's video is going to be, if I seem a little tired, I just finished cleaning the bathroom. So yeah, I'm on a roll. Let me do a video. It's going to be the Glamlite, let me get this back, Frosted Flakes Collab. Technically, I bought this about a month ago, but then on the site it did say that there was going to be like about a 2 to 3 week delay in shipping it. So when I bought it, I already knew. I'm like, okay, that's fine. I don't need to get it right away in my hands, kind of thing. So I have it. Oh my god, the packaging, guys. This is like, oh. And it says, here's his autograph apparently. And then when you open it, oh. Here you have Tony. We're sure you look great. Oh my god. And then here's the other side. Now, see if I can. This is where the eyeshadow is. This and this is the lip kit. And this is the loose highlighter. Now I did do swatches of everything, so I'll link the swatches I did at the end of the video, so probably here and here. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Or I'll just link the eyeshadow shorts. That's gonna be a lot more better because I think I'm running out of room. So now, time to show you for the eyeshadow. I was gonna do the full thing, but I just don't feel like it, guys. I'm gonna it's gonna be rough. So I'm gonna just kind of give you like a life update what's happening with me right now. I'm saying this literally, originally when it came like, you know when you get stereo and you get the plastic, it literally came in a plastic with the palette inside. It was like replicating the whole, you know, cereal experience. And yes, I kind of cut it the way that I would open a cereal. I just used scissors because I was going to massacre this, because that's what I do. Let me put this here. Oh, sorry. If you hear any noise in the background, it is the laundry machine and washer. I'm doing my laundry too. Here is the eyeshadow palette. So pretty! Alright. Oh my god. I want to use every fucking shimmer. I literally want to just like shimmer here, shimmer here, shimmer here, and then 3 more shimmers here. But I'm going out and I don't want to look too ridiculous. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to focus on this row right here. All the blues. I know it's going to stain, but I don't care. And then I am probably going to use some of these shimmers in the middle. So, let's get started. This. Now, this is what I was going to tell you life update. Currently, like always, it's just one of those things like, you know when you feel like, okay, finally, I can kind of get ahead on my bills. I can maybe relax just a little bit. Not too much, but ease a little bit more. Now, as soon as I did that, I needed to go pay for the tags, which is nothing, whatever. But then I had to get it smogged. I fixed the car. The check engine light was off, so I go and get it smogged. This is yesterday. It fails. And then the guy tells me, did you fix anything on the car? I was like, yeah, I replaced the mass airflow sensor like about a month ago. And he said that's what caused it to go. Like, even though the check engine light is not off, I guess the code is still in the computer, the car's computer, which I didn't know. And he said, in order to get rid of the code, I need to drive it 200 miles. Guys, I don't drive 200 miles. I'm a local driver, so at most, it's like, the average was like 4 to 6 miles per location, per where I go around in my town. So it's like, in order for me to drive 200 miles, that would take me about like a month to a month and a half. And my tags are due in about 2 weeks. I tell him this is like, so then he tells me that, I don't know if this was a thing, but I guess it is, where there's this I guess agency. It's like a DMV agency that works with DMV. And you already know the Draw Cosmetics Clean Canvas base. And he tells me I can go there, show him that I failed at smog, and I need to extend the tags. And he tells me I can extend it up to 2 months. I'm like, okay, perfect. That gives me the time I need to get the 200 miles, reset the car, computer, whatever, right? I'm like, okay. I go there and I ask them, and I told him, well, the guy told me it was 2 months. It's like, yeah, they changed the law. It's now a month. This is where I get a little confused. He said it's like $50 a day, so I don't know whether that meant for a single day or if I get the month, it's cheaper. I don't know. I have to go back and ask. I was just flustered at that point, so I just like walked away because it was just frustrating. Get to the car and I break down and I cry because it's one of those things where you feel like you are finally getting ahead a little bit. You can like breathe a little bit more. You don't feel as suffocated. That's how I describe it. Suffocated with your financial problems and, you know, car problems. And then this crap happens and you're like back to where you started or even worse. And I broke down and cried in my car because I just couldn't anymore. And yeah, so that happened, and I'm thinking, how the hell am I gonna do that? Like, from where I live at and where I work at, it's like 4.4 miles. So yeah, in a month I can get like over 150 miles. But on my 3 days off, I would have to like drive quite a bit to make up the remaining 200 miles to get to that point. And that's if my check engine light doesn't go off again. That's where the problem comes in. My check engine light might come back on again, and then I have to start the 200 miles again. And where does that leave me? So it's like to say that mentally, I'm in a it's really rough for me right now. And I'm just like, and yes, I do understand there's people out there way worse than me. But this is what I'm going to say to you guys. There's nothing wrong with feeling your frustration. Yes, there are people out there way worse than me, you know, battling much worse issues. But there's nothing wrong with feeling the frustration that you're feeling in life. Because let's be honest, guys, life is tough. It is not easy. It's like, it feels like you know, you have times in your life where everything's going very smoothly, and then one thing goes wrong, and then from there it's just like ooh, 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 and then it just continues and then continues, and then I'm kind of at that point where everything was like, okay, here I am, and I'm right here. I'm like barely above the line, but I'm making it at least. And then now I'm like, ooh, ooh, it's just, if it's not one challenge, it's another. And yeah, so mentally I'm struggling to keep it together. I think the only reason I'm able to keep it together to some degree is because at least there's some kind of solution to my problem with the car. And it's just, yeah. But then I thought, you know what, I'm going to do like a kind of road trip to get the 200 miles. And let me show you the mirror real quickly. This is it, it's so cute. But I think what I decided to do is I called my friend like, hey, why don't you want to do you want to go to Capizon? So from where I live at to Capizon, it's like, I think just a little over 25 miles. It's almost 26. So 25, 26 miles. And then on the way back, okay, right there, that's 50 miles plus the 32 miles I drive a week to work. That gives me the 100, and it's going to push me closer, and I might get it by the 16th, the 200 miles. Okay, let's start this. I am going to mix together Teamwork right here and Classic and put it in the inner. Now, so that's what I'm going to do. I called her and she was like, oh, hell yeah, why not? So on Thursday, we're going to go to Capizon. And then she tells me, why don't we go to Pioneer Town? I have no idea what Pioneer Town is. And I guess she says it's kind of like a Western kind of place, and she said it's like pretty much along the way, like the same freeway that I would take to get a Capizon. It's just further down. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. So I looked up from, you know, how many additional miles is it from Capizon to Pioneer Town? And it's 36 miles. So I added up like the total of what it would be, like the mileage all together from the house to Capizon, from Capizon to Pioneer Town. So with the 25 and 36, that puts me at, is it? 25, 36, 61 miles. And I'm like, fuck yeah, why not? I need to get 200 miles literally in 2 weeks, reset the computer, get it smog, and hopefully pass and pay the tags in 2 weeks, and I need to do it ASAP. So, you know what, fuck, I'm like, yeah, why not? Let's go to Pioneer Town. Why not? So, as long as my check engine light does not go off again during this 200 miles, I'm gonna cut it close, but I should be able to get the 200 miles, get it smogged, and hopefully pass, because everything else passed but that part, the mass airflow sensor, which I keep having issues with. And yes, I went back to Discount Tires when it went off the second time. And they looked at the part, they examined it, and they said it's not the mass airflow sensor. It's not the part itself. You got it from Nissan. It looks perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with it. So then they, I don't know, they did some kind of cleaning thing with it to see if that was the issue. And then he told me, worst case scenario, if it turns back on again, we're going to have to look at the second most likely issue causing it. But now that I need to drive these 200 miles, it's like I'm hoping and praying that it does not go off. Because I can't afford it to go off, because I need to drive the 200 miles. And then I forgot what was the part he said that they would look at, the second part. But I did ask, okay, if it goes off, worst case scenario, how much is the part? Just tell me right now. Because I don't want to be shocked. And like the mass airflow sensor, it's going to cost, I think he said, anywhere from $280 to $300 plus. And that's just the part. That's the part that's without the labor portion of it. So, yeah, I am hoping and praying this mass airflow sensor, that the check engine light does not go off again during this 200 miles, and I can clear the coat and pass smog and get the tags in time by the 16th, so I don't have to get the extension. But it's just, it's frustrating, guys. It is, because I'm trying, like, I'm cutting back on expenses. I'm trying to be more mindful, like, with how I'm spending my money, how much, trying to cut back on things, so I can finally start getting ahead on my bills, because I feel like if I can get ahead of my bills, I can pay things off quicker. And that's what I want to do. There's pickup on the pan. But I don't mind. But it's just, I'm in a challenging spot mentally with all the difficulties with the car. And just with everything, essentially, with the car. And then it's like every single time I have extra money to like pay the next week's bill, so I actually get ahead by 2, 3 bills or 4 bills, something happens that I have to redirect those funds now to something else, like in this case, my car problems. And the fact I need to get it re-smogged, hopefully pass, and pay for the tags. So it's just like, it's challenging. Okay, so I'm going to use Go Getter and the outer portion of the eye. But it's just, right now, I'm trying not to spiral into a depression. I ain't gonna lie, it's a little hard not to spiral and kind of give up and just like crawl under the you know, crawl under the sheets and just, that's it, give up. Like, it's hard not to just do that. But, you know, I don't have that luxury because I'm, you know, I'm the only one who's paying my bills. Yes, from time to time I do ask my mom for help, but I only try to do that when I'm like really just in a difficult position and there's just no way I'm gonna make it. So yeah, essentially it's just me paying all my bills. I don't have a boyfriend or a husband who, you know, makes good money and I can just say, hey babe, I want to take time off from work, pay my bills, cover my expenses until I go back, kind of thing. I don't have that kind of luxury. And I guess I just haven't applied for a second job because currently I'm trying to apply for a higher up position so that maybe I can get promoted. But it's just, it's rough right now, guys. It's so rough for me mentally going through this. It's just, I'm trying to keep it together. I am trying to take it like one problem at a time, one day at a time, not trying to overwhelm myself too much. But it's just, it's just difficult for me right now. Trying to stay optimistic. I'm trying not like to spiral into depression again. But it's just like sometimes there are days I really feel like I want to give up. I really do. Okay, there's pickup. Ooh, and the, I'm not sure everybody's see, but I have like blue spots on my hand. Yeah, this is gonna stain. But yeah, it's just, I try to take it one problem at a time. Try to find a solution, or if someone else knows the solution, like, hey, can you give me an advice like how to handle this? And I try. I'm trying. But honestly, my friend, her name is Patty, and I'm really grateful for her because I'm able to talk to her and kind of, you know, vent my issues. And she just lets me vent and talks, understands where I'm coming from, and doesn't judge me. I do have an aunt that lives like not even 10 minutes away from me, like maybe a little over 5 minutes, not much really. But I don't talk to her because she's like a mother figure to me, and I know if I were to talk to her, she'd be like, she'd be judgmental. Like, she wouldn't, like, if I needed to break down and cry, she wouldn't let me cry. She would let me cry, but there's like, why are you crying? You have to deal, you know, she wouldn't let me just express myself and not judge. She just, so I can't talk to her. So it's very frustrating. Alright, guys. Oh my god, there's so many. Oh, there's so many shimmers I want to use in this palette. Oh, it's so unfair. Okay, I don't know. Okay, let's use, I'm gonna use Frosted right here. This is Frosted. I'm gonna use two shimmers. I'm gonna put Frosted as the base, and then I'm gonna put another on top of that. But like I said, guys, it's just a struggle. You know, luckily I have this friend Patty who I can talk to, and she's understanding. She doesn't judge me. Because let's be honest, guys, sometimes you just need to talk, cry your eyes out, yell, or whatever, just vent, and have the person just listen and not judge you. And sometimes we don't have friends like that because all they want to do is judge you, or they listen to you and then they want to try to solve your problem. It's like, I don't need you to solve my problem. I just need to express myself. Now, one way I do express myself is I have a journal, and I write letters to God. Now, I want to put this out there. If you don't believe in God, that's perfectly fine. Don't believe in a higher power at all, I respect that. If you worship another God, that's perfectly fine. I respect everyone's belief systems or non-belief system, whatever it may be. So, putting it out there, so please don't put any comments about my belief system, but I do believe in God. And I write in my journal letters to God, and some of those letters are not, they're not nice. Like, I wrote one and oh, one was just me venting out against a particular person, and all I pretty much put on that particular entry was fuck, 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 fuck this, fuck her, this and that raging bitch and all. That's what it was, because I was literally pissed at her, that mad, that I couldn't, and I wrote it out. And I don't feel bad, because my belief is that, you know, God knows how you feel, He sees everything, and He knows why I'm writing this, because He knows I need to let it out or it's gonna fester in me, because I'm one of those people that it festers. I'm gonna put Sweet Spark, this shimmer shade, on top of that, on top of the frosted. I'm gonna see what happens. Oh. But you know, it's just, I had to do that because that's where I was mentally in that moment. And I just, yeah, so some letters are not very nice, some are very depressing, or some are in the middle. They're not the worst I've ever written, but they're not the nicest either. So it's just, that's what I do to express myself, so I don't ball everything out, because I do that a lot. I know that's not good for me. It's not good for anyone to bottle everything up, because eventually, guess what? You're gonna explode. That bottle pops, and you're gonna pop really good and really bad, and you don't want to hurt people's feelings, because I've done that. Oh, okay. I'm loving that. Let's do the bottom. But it's kind of rough. It's rough right now for me. Like I said, all I can do is like literally take it one day at a time, one problem at a time. Because it's just, if I don't, then I'm just going to get so overwhelmed that, like I said, I'm not going to be able to function. Blue does sting, guys. I'm just telling you now. Trying to clean up the bottom before I put the next shade in. Okay. Where are you? I'm gonna mix Go Getter and Classic for the under eye. But yeah, I'm getting through it. It's just, that's just kind of where I am. I'm getting through it. I am going to clean up the top and like a little bit to make it a little bit more, but I'm just getting through it, you know. I'm trying not to overwhelm myself. That's the thing. It's just hard though. Hopefully you guys out there are doing well and not going through a hard time. But if you are not alone. And there is no shame in feeling those emotions at all. It's better to feel them and get it out of your system than build it up. Trust me, I've done that. Alright. Use my Melt mascara. But guys, you know, if you are going through a hard time, it's important to express it. Like I said, I express it through journaling. I journal. That helps me to write out what I'm feeling. You know, I don't know what the technical term is. Stream of consciousness, I think that's what it is, where you don't restrain yourself and you just write what you're feeling and what you're going through. That's my style. And it's important to express yourself however you feel comfortable to express your anger, your frustration, whatever it is you're feeling. You know, if it's painting, drawing, writing like I do, you know, you should go ahead and do it to express your emotions, because it does affect your mental health when you bottle everything up like that. When you're bottling it all up, it does catch up. And it's important for everyone to take care of their mental health. So, you know, however way you express yourself, like I said, like painting, writing, drawing, you should, like I said, express yourself so you can unburden yourself a little bit. It doesn't make the problem go away, but at least you're not stuck in it. You're not, at least you're dealing with it and you're experiencing it, and then you can let it go. That's what's important. Because like I said, I used to be one of those people that, well, that's the problem I have now. I bottled everything up until I couldn't, and a friend of mine would do something. See, normally that wouldn't irritate me, but that one day will irritate me, and I explode on them. And then afterwards I have to apologize and explain why I exploded on them, and I didn't want to keep doing that, so I just started journaling, and I found that works for me. Alright. And so I found journaling helps me be less stressed out, less tense. I mean, I'm alright. I'm still tense, but it's not as bad as it used to be. Because, you know, I can journal and express myself. Like I said, that one letter, oof, really bad. But again, that's how I deal. Alright guys, this is the final look. Now, what do I think? I reviewed other Glamlite palettes, I think I have. I gotta see if I have. If I haven't, no, I think I have. It's beautiful. As you can see, the pigmentation, the shimmers. I mean, I love their shimmers. They're so butter and easy to work with. I mean, you can see for yourself, the shimmers are stunning. You don't have to work hard to get pigmentation and the shimmers to poop pop. I love this. Like, I saw it and I was like, oh my god. Like, every single time Glamlite comes out with a collab, I already know I'm gonna get it. I already know. I know it already. So when I saw that they were coming out with this, I'm like, yeah. Do I recommend it? Hell yes, I do. You need to get it. It's beautiful. I mean, I love this look. Love it. Makes me feel more... But you know what? I highly recommend it. They do have, obviously, the non-PR package where you get the complete collection. And then obviously they come with the palette by itself. So there's different sets, bundles, or just like individual items if you're not looking to get the whole thing. I'm trying to think. Allie Dawson has a code. I think it's Allie D or Allie. I'm gonna put her code in the description box below. It is an affiliate code, so I think it is an affiliate code, so it does help her. But it does save you money, like I think it's 10 or 15% off. Again, I will link that information in the description box below if you're interested in getting this collection or anything from Glamlite. It does work even on the PR box, and because that's what I use to save some money. So highly recommend it. Go pick it up, or if you want to wait for Black Friday to see if this goes on sale, you know, you can do that too. But highly recommend it. Another great collab by Glamlite. Great job on this. Give it a thumbs up, this video, a thumbs down, it's perfectly fine. Please subscribe, I deeply appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed my little talk, and like I said, I'm there with you. If you're going through a hard time, I'm going through it, and you're not alone. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.